This one comes in from Ken Lee. Sent this email with the following question: can a real estate agent represent both the buyer and seller? Apparently, Ken is a real estate agent, and the offer he submitted for his client on a home was not chosen. And Ken says he found out that the listing agent, and he will call her Carol for this show, went with another offer that was really listed by the listing agent Carol. And he's wondering, how does he find out if the seller was presented all of the offers? Lee, it's an interesting question, and it's a problem that we wonder sometimes as agents.
Great question. Yes. So, yes, the first answer is an agent can represent a buyer and a seller on the same transaction as long as there is a disclosure and both parties sign off understanding what that means and that they're both agreeing to that dual representation. It's called limited dual agency, and it's legal under Kentucky law.
Hmm.
The second part of the question is, how would you find out if your offer was actually presented to the seller if the listing agent also had a buyer who was presenting an offer?
Hmm.
There is actually a regulation which states that the listing agents should inform in any situation, whether they have a buyer or not, whenever they're presenting an offer, they should let the buyer's agent know your offer was presented today at 3:03 p.m. They can send by email or text. That is actually not a common practice, even though it's in the regs. It's just not a common practice in the industry. However, you can find that information out. You can contact that Carol and say, I'd like to see, what time and how my offer was presented. And if she balks at that, you can say, but the reg says you're supposed to let me know that. So please let me have a written confirmation that my offer was actually presented. A lot of times the seller will actually reject it in writing, but they also could just let the offer expire if they like an offer better.
Yeah, and one of the things that we do will, if an offer comes in, and I know we're giving you folks a little behind the scenes information here, but let's see, we're trying to be as transparent in our industry as humanly possible, and that would be is that when I email an offer that comes in, I email it to my seller, and that email will be noticed in the outbox, and I can show proof that it was sent to the seller. So at least that's one form of verifying that our sellers have been notified. And plus, it's in our code to present all offers. So that's the other part of it, right?
Right.